Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to all Biafran, pending your time zone or where you're watching or hearing me from this very wonderful morning. Yes, today is the 6th day of August 2025, and I want to say this just in a jiffy. The insecurity happening in the whole of the Southeast is caused by General Christopher Musa and Tinubu and your governors. Your governors are causing the insecurity in the Southeast. And I must start by saying, listen, Nigeria can never get better. Nigeria will never get better. This is not a joke. Nigeria is at the edge of total collapse. Tinubu cannot solve the insecurity problem because Tinubu was never elected by any Nigerians. Tinubu forced his way into power, I mean to say. Tinubu cannot tackle the insecurity. He is the originator of the insecurity in the whole of the Southeast. Now, the agreement was to keep quiet. Fulani headers will continue to take over lands. Tinubu can never fight insecurity. All of you hoping that one day miracle will happen and the insecurity will stop in the Southeast. It can never happen. Look at Fish Magnet, that young man who built his own empire by himself without any contribution by the government, without any support by the Nigerian government or the Anambra State's governor. This guy built his own empire. All they could do was to take him and buy him. This is just terrible. Terrible. All of you who is praying, you go to church and start praying for Nigeria to be better, a better disease from it. Nigeria can never work. I've lived in a country where I've never seen Bible anywhere with my two naked eyes. I've never seen any shop that sells Bible in this country. I've never. When Nnamdi Kanu said, government is your God, I now start realizing it. It is government that is your God. But instead of fixing the country, the government took your money and kept in your pocket and sent all of you to church. That is why church will be committing crime. You will never hear them say anything because they want you to hang your hope on what is not possible and what is not physical, what is not even coming. That is what Nigeria has turned most of us to. Expecting what can never happen. It is so shameful that a governor of a state, they locked down your market, you never spoke. Insecurity in your state, you have never addressed it for one day. The whole insecurity. It is one man that is in one place that is coming to address insecurity in your state. It is that same man called VDM that is coming to address the insults that NAFDAC is giving to your own people while you have a sitting governor. When we talk, most of you will say, come back home to actually come and do what in that country, in that contraction. Come back home to do what? When we talk, we say, hey, because you are in a Bodo, yeah, the insecurity is not your problem. That is why we are here to say it. To say it the way it is. Because most of you cannot even do what we are doing here. You can't even come on live video to express yourselves, and we're helping you to do that. Then you want to shut us up and say, oh, no, but come back home. To come and really do what? Really? To come and do what in Nigeria? Where there is no light, where the health sector is not working, where there is insecurity, where there is no hospital, then that is where you want me to come back. To come and do what, really? Any small thing, come back home to do what? If you're not there, again, where the government is not functional, that's where you want me to come. Most of you cannot even think again for yourselves. How many of you can afford to buy, biscuit for your children? Most of you go to bed hungry just to put body and soul together. Most of you, it's not even the house rent that is your problem today. It is just to eat. But yet, when we stay here to speak against the illness, the evil that your government is doing, you start attacking us. Oh, yeah, because, oh, no, he's in abroad doing this. If it's sure for you, come back. That is how to know a weak mind. Your president will come. Oh, it is the southeast that is the problem. Allow us to go. Let us go and start terrorizing ourselves and start disturbing ourselves. Tinubu, whether you like it or not, you must do the right thing. You see that in the canon that you people went to hijack in Kenya, kidnap from Kenya, will dissolve Nigeria completely. We have asked you peacefully. We have followed every peaceful means to ask you to let Nnamdi Kanu go. The same Buhari that you people claim, oh, Buhari went to kidnap, hey, it was Buhari, it was... Now that Buhari has passed on, you still left Nnamdi Kanu. Can't you people use your head? That Nigeria is deflecting under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not solved the problem of the insecurity in Nigeria. Can't you people think? Must everything be politics about humans' life? Must everything be politics in Nigeria? Poverty is skyrocketing. Everything is going bad. And yet, all of you just kept mute. All your hope is in Peter Obi. I'm here to surprise you. Peter Obi can never be the president of Nigeria. Never. He can never be the president of Nigeria. The insecurity happening in the southeast, as Peter Obi says anything about it, has he even come to condemn it? The only thing that Peter Obi does is anywhere you see them, you see Hausa people, maybe something happened, you will see him there. I want Biafrans to be rest assured that Dokubo'S, he has tried for Biafra, but we now have decentralized military. We now have BDF, Biafran Army. We are no more in liberation. We do not have anything called liberation soldiers again, because we are now a nation. Dokubo'S cannot and would not be able to pull USB down. Nobody should flinch. The internal conflict will definitely start. The internal conflict will happen, and that is what is happening today, so that we can separate the wheat from the chaff. They are using these people to cause insecurity in the southeast. When I started suspecting them is when one of them came to tell us that they had meeting with Hope Uzodimma. And what do you think about that? That is why my respect and my honor and my loyalty will always go for Ikonso. Because Ikonso was promised everything, but Ikonso rejected and refused. What did they do? They took his life. They took the life of Ikonso, but you can see some of them coming to eat chicken online, tell you they are okay. You can see somebody, a soldier, threatening the president of a nation, deputy prime minister. That is what illiteracy can do. Think, if Dr. Orabueze did not declare the independent state of Nigeria, Biafra, what do you think would happen today? Do you know what Nigerian government would have done to Biafrans? Most of you don't know. But we are here to educate you. For those of you who is telling me to come back, why did Musa not come to Finland? Why did Tinubu not come to Finland when the time presented itself, when the opportunity presented himself? Is it a crime if you people come here to come and look for us? Because you know that there is law and order here. If you come to do anyhow here, police will pick you up. It is only in Nigeria there is no freedom of movement, no freedom of speech. It is not even freedom of speech. It's after you speaking in Nigeria, you can't go back home to sleep, because they will definitely come for you. And that is why you people will stay back home there and say, hey, come back, come back, come back. You will see them. You will think they have anything to offer you. That is how they were shouting, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa. Oh, we can get it right. We will do it better. Now, Simon is removed from the scene of the whole thing. Now, look at the insecurity. Those people who could do it better than Simon, this is how to know the foolish one of them. This is how to know them, the stupid ones. Today, none of them is talking. No one has any idea again on tackling the insecurity in the southeast. No one of them is, they don't have any idea again. But the people who had the idea to save, to defend and to save their own were doing it. But you know what they did? They came with propaganda. That they guy, these people, hey. Now look at noise, making noise everywhere. I think it's by making noise. It's the same noise you want Dr. Rabose to go. Dr. Rabose does not have that kind of time. She doesn't have that kind of time. Dr. Rabose will be the end of all of you. You media rats. Adadiora Mahafa now. You're not tired to talk about me. Vam, vagabond. Are you people tired of talking about me? I thought you guys had something against me. And if you're not tired, it will be a shame on all of you. If you are tired of talking about Rosé, it will be a shame to all of you. Shame to all of you. If you cease fire on me, don't cease fire. I want to create more enemy to myself. I need more enemy. All these ones I created was nothing. To prove to you people who I am. I need more enemy. In fact, I will create more enemy by myself if I don't get anyone to tell you how determined and how focused people like us is in this struggle. You can always destroy the people who are planning to bring up this Biafra, but you can never destroy our spirit. Our spirit is hell-bent to the freedom of our people. And we will free these people by any means necessary. Thank you, my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, Simon Eba. And thank you so much, Dr. Ngozi Orabweze. May God bless you guys. I'll see you guys in the other room.
I need a Biafra. I'm Biafra. Oh God.
To tell me, Boman didn't you mono? I'm making a walk and a one. I couldn't even make an on. To tell me to tell man, I'm making on your own. Okay, actually, Yazelu. You could mono without Bono, I couldn't go. On the lab, Bono, I could run and go. All hours of Potentire for one copy be quiet on. All hours of Potentire for one copy be quiet on. I'm past man, I couldn't even leave them money. Come on, I'm coming. I know how I feel. I'm moving with my mother. I don't walk away. I don't walk away.
You know, I've said these times without number. You know, the issue of insecurity in southeastern part of the country is a within something. Apart from Musa, you know, and Jagaban being fully involved because they are trying to get hold of Biafran land by every means. That is why they try as much as possible to infiltrate Biafran land using the herdsmen, using the terrorist zoo army. They try to infiltrate Biafran land using some of our so-called brothers who are currently joining, the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army. But the reality is, apart from these strategies that they've been using to infiltrate Biafran land or to get hold of Biafran land, the reality is that the so-called governors and the so-called lawmakers representing our so-called people in Biafran land, representing their region, are still one of the major problems we are having in the issue of insecurity. So anybody coming out to tell you that insecurity is stopping anytime soon is a lie. It is not. Don't be deceived. It's not because of the fact that we enjoy the high level of insecurity in Biafra land. No. It is because of this is the reality. They will continue to propagate all kind of heinous activities into Biafran land so that they can get their agenda clear. And look at their strategy. When they commit this heinous act, when they commit this propaganda and then genocide in Biafra, they tend to blame the indigenous people of Biafra and the Eastern Security Network, the militant wing, as being responsible for this heinous act. Why we know fully well that it is the terrorist Janjaweed army in collaboration with Asari Dokubo'S, because Asari Dokubo has come out to, claim and brag several times on how he has been attacking Biafrans in Biafran land. So that is the reality that we need to face. We need to understand those who are propagating the insecurity in Biafran land. It's as simple as that. So when we come to this actualization, when we come to this realization, the better for us. But getting away from this issue, there is a critical issue that I want to touch quickly, because something unusual has actually happened in Biafran land today. Today being Thursday. Please make sure you're sharing this video anywhere you are, because this is a very, very important information for every Biafrans to hold.
Breaking news. Musa indicted as Nigeria governor exposes army involvement in terrorism and recent massacre. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 28th of July 2025, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. I want this very news to go straight to those that matter, especially those that matter in Finland. This is one of the biggest news in 2025 as long as Nigeria is concerned. I want those that matter most in Finland. I know why I'm saying Finland, because I'm not here to talk about United Nations or to talk about America or Britain, because they can't do anything. They can't do anything. That is the reality. America cannot do anything about this. United Nations cannot do anything about this. Neither should anybody expect Britain to do anything concerning this very development. So the reason why it is imperative that Finland get to understand what is going on is because they are holding Mazi Simon Ekpa, who has been exposing and dealing with all these issues, and never allow this kind of a thing to happen in Biafra land. Musa is the chief of defense staff of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Nigerian military, or should I say Nigerian armed forces. So, and he is the same man who has been accusing Mazi Simon Ekpa of committing terrorism. And now, a top governor, a sitting governor of Plateau state. I want Finland to get it right. There's a state in North Central called Plateau state. You can see it here. I want you to type it in your own Google that you may get it right. Plateau is a state in Nigeria and it has a governor. So a sitting governor is the one who is telling us that the recent massacre that claimed the lives of 27 indigents, 27 citizens from Plateau state happened very close to the military checkpoint. Of course, you know what that means. So without further ado, let us read the news in details. And according to the headline from Vanguard Nigeria, they said, Plateau massacre happened near military checkpoint, state government alleges. State government cannot allege. Whenever you see Nigerian newspaper using this word, alleges, they are using this word because they do not want to offend those who are paying them. There is something like allege. In Nigeria, Nigeria is structured that the state governor is always the chief security officer of the state that he governs. So when they come out with full chest to tell you that the Plateau massacre, the recent massacre that took place, happened near military checkpoint, you are here saying Plateau government alleges. How dare you use that word alleges? You can say Plateau government confirms, or Plateau governor confirms, or Plateau government stated. You see, than saying allege. How do they allege? Why are they alleging? when they are the chief security, or should I say the governor is the chief security officer of the state. So you must choose your words. You must know anywhere you cannot advise those who have soiled their hands in evil. So please, let us continue reading. Plateau state government has expressed frustration over the failure of the Nigerian military to respond effectively to a deadly attack in Bindi Jebu village, Tahus district of Riyom local government area of the state, where over 20 villagers were unalived on last Tuesday. It was not 20, they were 27. That was the official number given by the Plateau government. 27 citizens, not 20. Now, the attack, which allegedly occurred just 200 meters from a military checkpoint, has sparked public outrage and renewed calls for accountability in security operations across the state. Now today, this thing done happen today. Even in Biafra land, a Methodist prelate was kidnapped in Umunnochi a couple of years ago in the front of military officers, in the front of the army. A prelate, a Methodist prelate, was kidnapped at the front of the military, not near military checkpoint, no, at the front of the army officers, where they mount checkpoint, at their front, where they are there watching. Fulani terrorists stopped a vehicle en route to Enugu and kidnapped all the passengers, including the driver, and took them to the bush, which the prelate confessed. The video is in the public. And he was threatened by the military for stating the obvious. Mad people everywhere. Now, in an interview on Channels Television's The Morning Brief and on TVC, both done on Friday, the State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Joyce Remnant, led bare the government's disappointment at what it alluded to as the military's inability or unwillingness to act despite their strategic location near the scene of killings. This is not a hidden community. What we will say is inaccessible. The checkpoint is barely 200 meters from where the incident happened. It is baffling that such an atrocity could be carried out without a single arrest or any confrontation, Remnant said. This is from the government, an official statement of the Plateau state government. That is what we are reading. So, not an individual, not just an individual saying. No, this is an official statement from the Plateau state government concerning the incident that took the lives of 27 citizens. Unbelievable. Now, the attack allegedly carried out by armed herdsmen and Fulani herdsmen, always call their names in full, now left a trail of devastation as homes were razed, farmlands destroyed, and entire families wiped out. Chai! Alo neme. Alo kalo neme, my people. And the so-called government of the zoo, the federal government, has nothing to say about this. No statement, not whatsoever. Nothing. While local resistance reportedly held off one group of attackers, another group infiltrated the area near a church where residents had taken refuge, resulting in the highest number of casualties. And remember one thing, that whenever the government gives you an official number of people that have been unalived, you have to multiply it at least times 3, at least, at bare minimum, times 3 for you to get the actual number. You have to make it 3 times, because out of embarrassment and shame, they will never give you the actual number of the people that were unalived. They will never give you the actual number. Now they continued. Remnap emphasized that the community expected help that never came, saying if you are that close and you engage them closely like that, you should be able to identify the route they used to escape and implement measures to intercept them. But so far, no arrests have been made. So far, no arrests have been made because Musa is on top of the game. The Fulani controlled army of the zoo is ahead of the game. Therefore, nobody is expecting any form of arrest because Nigerian army is a terrorist organization. Oh yes, I hit my chest to say that Nigerian Janjaweed army is a terrorist organization. Make no mistake. And those who came for this operation were protected by the official Nigerian army. All the arms and ammunition they used were given to them by the Nigerian army. If not, tell me, where did they get AK-47 from? AK-47 is not what you buy in the market. Where did they get it from? All the ammunitions they are using, where do they get it from? RPGs, where do they say they came from Senegambia, they came from Fatajalot, they came from Mali. Did they cross Nigerian border with those assault rifles, those weapons? Did they cross Nigerian borders with those weapons? This is very simple mathematics. But unfortunately, the world is aware. United Nations are aware. Britain is aware. America is aware. This America is aware of what is happening. They know. Everybody knows that the Zoo Janjaweed army is a terrorist organization, and they are the ones sponsoring Fulani terrorism to take over Nigeria, because Nigerian army, even the emblem, the logo, is an Islamic emblem. So they know what they are doing. They know exactly what they are doing. It's a game. And don't forget that the Zoo Janjaweed army is controlled by Fulani politicians, Fulani top politicians, starting from Sultan of Sokoto. So we all know this because it's in the public. Now, the commissioner confirmed that Governor Caleb Mutfwang had called for immediate investigations and demand at least some arrests be made to send a strong message that such impunity will not be tolerated. It has already been tolerated. This is not the first time there's massacre in Plateau State. Why are you people making it sound as if this is the first time? Or because this one now you are beginning to confirm and confess that this one is being carried out by Nigerian army? Is that why you are raging? Is that why you are now running to the social media to speak? We all know this thing long ago. It's just that it's a pity that you people claim to be leaders, but you don't know. Or you know, but you don't want to speak. So we are here to help you because we are speaking. We are not here to generalize or accuse the entire Nigerian army. You must accuse the entire Nigerian army. This is the problem. Because they know the truth, but they don't want to say it. The same way they knew that Muhammadu Buhari died since 2017 and buried in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia, yet they kept mum. They allowed the cabals, Fulani cabals in Asorok, to bring somebody from outside the zoo and wore him a mask to pretend like Buhari. And they all knew. That's why the zoo is crumbling in their own eyes today. Because they know the truth, but they refuse to say it. Now they say, we recognize that there are gallant officers, even within Plateau State, doing their best. But clearly, there are some bad eggs whose actions or inactions are costing innocent lives, she noted. Is it my... now, Ikusigo now, what else are you going to do? Those so-called bad eggs are still there. Simply come out and say that the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army is a terrorist organization. Police is a terrorist organization as long as the Zoo Nigeria is concerned. She further revealed that the attackers approached the village from 3 directions. One of the groups was repelled by local resistance. Unfortunately, the group that reached the area near the church where villagers were hiding inflicted the most damage, she explained. Ifugoyan. Another group went through the other side and, of course, massacred people inside the church. You have to reflect on that. Another group, while the first group was repelled or confronted by the local vigilante groups. Another group went through the other side, another entrance to the village. And the first place they targeted was the church. And they massacred almost everybody who were taking refuge inside the church. Abomination. And the United Nations is mum. Am I talking about United Nations when the Nigerian government is mum? Nigerian government is keeping quiet. What do you expect the United Nations to do? What do you expect America to do when the government, Nigerian government, federal government of the zoo is keeping quiet? Mad people everywhere. Ramnap shared the story of a local pastor who, fearing for his life, fled his home, stating, the pastor said he could not wait to be slaughtered. He left. His wife followed him. And in his own house, 6 people were unalived. In his own house. What do you call that? What can you call that? In his own house. In his own house, 6 people were unalived. Wow. Wow. Who knows how that man is feeling now? Who knows how that man is feeling now? Who knows? Chai. The Plateau state government has called the attack unprovoked and despicable, pointing out that beyond the unalivings, the attackers also set farmlands ablaze, further deepening the humanitarian crisis in the region. The commissioner echoed Governor Mutfang's description of the recurring attacks as a form of genocide against indigenous communities in Plateau State. This is not just about property or politics. Lives are being lost regularly and entire communities are being displaced. We can't afford to downplay this anymore, Ramnap stressed. I don't have any other thing to say. I cannot add nor subtract. I want the Finnish authority to see what Mazi Simon Ekpa has been fighting to stop or to never allow to happen in Biafra land. Thank you, my people. To salo numozia and make it go viral.